Hello, welcome everyone. We're going to have a great discussion today. We're going to be talking about the neck and the jawline. And I know this is, a hot topic. I get this question a lot. How do we take care of our necks? So we're going to have a little fun today. I'm going to be showing you some exercises that I do usually every day, midday through my day. I have some exercises that I do to really release this tension here that is pulling down on the jawline and contributes to a sagging neck. So we're going to talk about posture. We're going to talk about a few exercises that you can do. And then I'm going to show you how to use the tri-wave to go after that fascia or tight muscles, and then also to build and strengthen the skin as well as rejuvenate these tissues so you have better collagen layer, a little more dense skin going on there. And I'm going to also share with you a couple new products that we have on our shelf for treating the neck. And I'm going to share why I'm so excited about those and what kind of differences we're seeing using those products. So this is going to be a pretty fun show. So to get started, I want to talk about posture just real quickly. So what we know is that our standard, it's almost like the standard American diet, our standard American posture, probably worldwide, the posture problem that we have is we tend to slump forward and then extend our neck this way. So we're shortening these muscles here. We're creating all this tension in the neck pulling forward, and this creates a lot of our neck problems that we have and premature aging in the neck. Another posture problem that happens with the neck, and I'm 61, so I probably have these anyway, but you're starting to see these lines on younger and younger people. And the name we give that is tech neck. That's from holding your cell phone or your iPad like this. And to be honest with you, I probably had the beginnings of tech neck before there was tech because I'm a reader. Oh my gosh, as a kid, a young adult, if I had downtime, I wasn't watching TV. Might have been better for my neck to watch TV. I was reading books nonstop. So all of that is going to contribute to these lines that we have going this way. So when using your devices, it's better to hold them in such a way that you have them up and you're not doing this with it. Hold your phone up, hold your books up, find a position to sit in, to brace your arms so you're not creating tension across your shoulders that have you more in this nice upright position. Now, when it comes to naturally having a better posture, some things that you can do. One is you can get different back support devices. You can even find them on Amazon that you can put in your chairs that help you to support your back and help hold your chest up and give you that posture you're looking for. A thing to think about is just having this kind of string that runs through your spine and up, and think about just that lengthening of your neck in that way. Some exercises that I do every day, usually partway through the day, because I want to compensate for this downward work I'm doing. Even being estheticians, we're down like this working on people's faces. So we've got to do things to lift and open up. So one of the things I'll do when I first start loosening up the front of my neck and strengthening the back is every day I do these movements like this or like this, and I'm doing that 25 times. Just standing there 25 times, and I'm not even doing it with the weight, but what I'm doing is I'm increasing blood flow, I'm increasing lymphatic movement, and I'm getting these muscles back here along my spine activated, and it adjusts your posture. So that's a simple exercise that you can do while you're sitting. Another exercise I like to do, let's see if I can do it here. Adjust this. I'm going to go back against the wall. So what you want to do is have a wall like I have here, and you put your back against the wall. You want your back nice and flat. Your low back's flat, so my knees are coming out from the wall. They're bent. And then I'm going to put my arms against the wall. These are called angel wings. I have a ponytail up here. Let's take that out real quick. Put your head against the wall and then go up and down. Now this might look really simple, but once you start doing it, you're going to realize that it's very hard to keep your arms completely flat against the wall without like lifting and doing other weird things. If you can't reach all the way up, go as high as you can and then come down. We're keeping that low back pressed against the wall and relaxed. You can do this 10 to 20 times and do it 2 or 3 times a day, and you will really improve your posture and the condition of your neck and shoulders. So this is something all of us need to do every day to help strengthen all the back there and start releasing those muscles on the front. So yoga, there's also some chair yoga that you can do that's good for the neck. It's actually a lot of yoga poses that are good for the neck, but I'm going to show you one that you can do while you're at your desk and at work. You can interlace your hands behind you, or if you have a chair with a back on it, you can just grab the back of the chair back here and hold on to it and then lift up. And you're going to feel this stretch in these muscles right here, which is what you want, those tendons. And what you can do to gently lift that and stretch it more is gentle chin lifts while you're up there. So just gently doing this opening and closing motion. I'm really releasing and opening up this area. That's going to help with lymphatic movement, and it's going to help release that fascia and muscle tension that's going on in there. Another exercise to do for the side of your neck is take your hands behind you, come over to the side, and then lean. You're going to feel that through here. You can also bring one hand up here and just don't pull down. You don't want to hurt your neck, but just light weight there to help with this lengthening of this muscle. Do the same thing on the other side. And when I'm doing this, I'm dropping my chin just a little bit and then just applying a little pressure to help pull that over to the side. Okay, so we're starting off here. We're just talking about strengthening some muscles as well as releasing that tension, the tension that contributes to stagnation and to the loss of skin density, the loss of muscle tone, and everything that happens through this neck area. When we have stagnation and tension in this area, lymphatics can't move. When your lymphatics cannot drain, that's when you're going to start seeing a less defined jawline. And you're going to see collagen production go down. You're going to see fat pad loss, just total skin regeneration. Everything's going to slow down because of that stagnation. We want the fluids in our fascia to be moving. That's where we get our hyaluronic acid. That's where we get the mitochondria action happening and collagen synthesis happening. So we want to alleviate that stagnation that can happen in the front of the neck. So the next thing I want to show you is how to use the Anma lift with the tri-wave. And we're going to start first by releasing the fascia. So I'm going to grab my tri-wave, have it right here, and I have it hooked up to my lift. I'm going to turn this on, and I'm going to hit erase. Erase is if you think about it, erasing muscle tension. This is that one that's going to go to work on your fascia. It's going to get the hyaluronic acid moving through here. It's going to get your fascia breathing and moving. So good. So I'm going to push the erase. I'm going to push it 2 times so it's bumped up to level 2. Now I have some moisturizer on my neck. So I'm grabbing a Clean Skin Club Clean Wipe, and I want to remove the cleanser that's on my neck and on my jawline, because we're going to work the neck and the jawline today. Now, one of my favorite serums for my neck is from Glymed, and it's called the Firming Serum. And the reason I like this Firming Serum is because it is brightening as well as it addresses sagging skin. So it's going to go after firming the skin as well as brightening. And my neck always needs brightening. You can see, I'm not hyperpigmentation girl. I just collect pigmentation. So I'm going to put this serum on first because we know that microcurrent actually drives things into the skin. So I'm going to use this to infuse. I'm going to use the Tri-Wave to infuse this serum down into the skin. Get maximum potential from it. So I've got my firming serum on. Now I'm going to grab my Promoter Collagen Gel. I love this. It's got that PLLA in it. It's got some growth factors in it. PLLA is that biomodulator, biostimulator that's going to go in and stimulate new collagen production. It's also a perfect conductive gel for microcurrent. So putting a thin layer of this on. And then I give a spritz of my isocell recovery solution. This is a mineral solution that also increases conductivity for your microcurrent. So now I have my device. I'm going to hit run. And what I want to do when I'm using this, first of all, we're thinking about erase. So we're looking at releasing tension in the neck. So this muscle, it's really popular right now. You guys probably see them all the time. All these Botox videos on Instagram and everything, and they're showing you where they inject the Botox to do different things. I'm like, oh my goodness. Well, we can release that muscle without deadening it by just coming in here and doing some work. So if you were to just stretch this muscle and you were to use your hand here to pull, that actually feels really good. And you can do that with your hands, or you can do that with the regular Anma. But if you want to send it in at a deeper cellular level, let's get in here with the lift. I'm starting at the top, holding my jawline and just stretching and pulling that down. Now, sometimes people would say to me, oh my gosh, you're moving downward movements with microcurrent. You're not supposed to do that. Well, it really depends on the waveform that you're using. So the waveform that I'm using right now is a waveform for releasing tension, for breaking up that fascia. So it's good. It's fine to move down when we're using our erase mode. And let's do the other side. Yep, I've got great conductivity. So again, holding the neck, holding at the jawline, stretching and releasing. Getting a nice stretch in there. You can do the movement like we did before, where we're lifting up through the chest, throwing that jaw up towards the ceiling, and getting there. Where you feel that tension, that's where we're releasing the tension. We're using this to accentuate the release of tension in this area. I love that. Feels so good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to switch over from erase mode and we're going to go into rejuve mode. And why do we do rejuve? We do rejuve because that's going to go after lymphatic drainage, and it's going to go after the health of your whole system. It's going to get in there and work on cell regeneration and moving lymph, moving fascia. All of that goes to increasing collagen production and increasing cellular repair and energy in those cells. So I'm going to spritz with my isocell. And I'm going to come in here for the rejuve setting. I want to work on the areas of lymphatic drainage. So what we know is that lymphatic drains this way and down. So again, we're going to be going down. I like to use these two guys right here. I will do a movement going here. First, 3 to 5 movements, just pushing the lymph along. And then I'm going to come underneath here, and you can do it this direction, moving my lymph outward. You can also use all of these moving this way. I love this device. I'm going to get this in front of me so I see, yes, I've got good conductivity. If I start seeing the conductivity bar flashing, I know I just need to apply more of my isocell recovery solution. And now I want to take everything that I pushed out here towards this ear, and I want to pull it down. There we go. And now let's do the other side. And I definitely need to spritz now. Drying up. And let's do the other side. First we'll do each of my thumbs, just cradling my jawline. And I'm going to go under the jawline. Let's use all the fingers. And then let's come back here and let's pull it down. It doesn't have to be a long treatment. As you can see, 3 to 5 movements, in a gentle fashion does not take very long, and then you're done with that part of the treatment. The next thing you want to do with your lift, and let's spritz again. Now I'm going to take my buttons and I'm going to switch over to Educate. Educate has a vibration that's going in at that muscle level. So what we're doing is we're stimulating the muscle tissue so that it is healthy. So it has good blood supply, it has good cellular energy. And what we're doing is our movements now, what we want to think about are pulling up and moving. So if we look at our skin, I can do movements going straight up and hold. Do each movement 3 times. Move over a little bit. Now I can pull, I'm getting on the side of my trachea here. We don't want to really go right on top of the trachea, but we can come from the side of it. We can move up this way. I could just use 2. I could use my thumbs and do a diagonal movement, pulling up, and I'm pulling right up under my earlobe. So if you imagine, I guess if you had a facelift, you would just be pulling it right up there. That's the same thing you're doing here. Pulling up. You can use the whole unit. Come up and hold. So just practicing and doing movements that are pulling this direction and pulling straight up. And then holding it there. And I love that. It looks better already. Let's do the other side. First thing, I want to go straight up. Depending on your age and what you have going on, you'll have more or less skin that you're actually lifting and pulling upward. When you're doing this, you want to practice your good posture. So if I'm slumped forward and I'm doing this, it's not very helpful. I want to have my ballerina posture. That's why it's good to do all your exercises beforehand. Yes, your thyroid is right in here. This current from your microcurrent is not strong enough to affect your thyroid, but standard practice is that we go on the sides. So you can go on the sides here, no problem. We're just not going right on the trachea. You don't see me kind of lifting up through here. Although if you talk to any thyroid specialist, they will tell you that this device is not strong enough to have a negative impact on your thyroid. but we just avoid that trachea there. So we're coming up along the sides and holding. Let's move out here. Okay, now let's go. We've gone up. Let's go at that diagonal hold. So I can use either my thumbs. These are what we call thumbs, and these are our fingers. These little guys are what we call our pinkies. One of you guys, one of my fans named these pinkies, and I love that. So we've got our thumbs, our fingers, and our pinkies. You can use your thumbs to do these movements. You can do them this direction, or you can even line them up. I like to use the whole unit, and I usually like to go thumbs down for this particular movement. My cord's gonna get in the way, go over my head with it. See that I can really pull all this stuff up and hold it there. I'm moving slowly, so I'm grabbing a hold of the skin that I'm wanting to firm up. I'm lifting it and holding it. So if you think about that, when I'm moving the skin around, it really doesn't have that much to do with the muscles that are under there. This is loose skin. It's not necessarily loose muscle. And so the most important thing that we can do when we're doing our treatments, I'm going to just go back there. And right now I'm done, but I want to go back there to show you guys the most important thing that you can do is your rejuve and your erase settings when you are treating the neck, because that is what's going to re-densify this loose skin that you have all over. You can do all kinds of weightlifting and everything, and you'll build the muscles here, but you're not going to address this loose skin. The way we address this loose skin is with the rejuve setting and with the erase setting by increasing cellular regeneration, increasing that collagen layer so the skin is plumper, healthier, and the elastin. That's what's going to create a healthier neck, not necessarily educate, because people get confused about microcurrent. They think microcurrent's about strengthening all those muscles. Well, this problem going on here does have to do with muscle tensions and things like that, but building that muscle is not what's going to affect the overall look and appearance of your neck. As we age, I'm 61, I'm going to have a looser neck. It's just going to happen. We're going to get looser necks. But the thing that's going to help with this thinning of the skin is cellular regeneration, increasing your collagen layer in the neck so you have more density. We want to have more density in our skin so it's like a cushion. If we think about that collagen layer being under here and then the top layer of skin laying on the top, what's happening on our neck is this underneath layer where the collagen is supposed to be is getting very thin, and that top layer of skin is getting that kind of leathery and it just gets kind of the texture changes. People say the texture is different. There's like pores there. So that texture is building up here to protect your body, to protect the underlying structures in the skin. So if we can get in here and we can help produce more collagen and more cell renewal, and this, which is diminishing, can become thicker, then this top layer that's thickening up and looking crepey, this can thin down because the skin is protecting itself more the way it should, like a younger skin protects itself with that collagen layer. So I've shown you some things using microcurrent, using two different, especially two waveforms, the rejuve waveform and what we call our erase waveform, to rejuvenate this area. Now I also want to talk to you about ingredients and things that we can use on the neck. So of course we're talking about increasing skin density and having good elasticity in the skin. So there's some things that you can use that help with that. If you're 45 and over, getting yourself on the Emapel system is going to be essential. Using the Emapel serum in the morning, using the Emapel night cream at night. So another product that I'm loving for my neck right now is, I'm gonna grab the wrong bottle. I'm half blind, you guys. I need to be wearing glasses. Anyway, the product that you want to be using is called Atraxi Peptide. If Celine's watching out there, she can grab it. I just grabbed the bottle off the shelf and it was the wrong one. This is the Age Delay, but actually Age Delay is good as well. Age Delay and Atraxi Peptide have similarities in that they actually contain some special peptides, a special peptide combination that actually increases collagen at the same time that it actually helps your body. Well, first of all, they're using, Glymed is cutting edge with what they're doing with peptides. Every skin company kind of excels in different areas. And one of the areas that Glymed is excelling is with their peptides. They are actually using epigenetics in their peptide formulation. What epigenetics is sending messengers to your cells to do something. So the peptide messengers in Atraxi Peptide and in Age Delay are sending messages to your cells to increase collagen production. So as we know, when you are aging, you actually get messages, internal messages like not getting enough estrogen in the skin. Your cells are getting messages to not create collagen. So by using Emapel, using the epigenetics, the peptides in Age Delay and Atraxi Peptide, we're actually sending messengers into the skin to tell it to produce collagen. Now, Atraxi Peptide and Age Delay are also sending messages to break down damaged collagen and damaged cells. And that is so cool. So we're actually increasing collagen production at the same time we are decreasing the number of damaged and bad cells, aged cells on the skin, so that we have fresh, new baby cells and stronger, more dense skin. The other thing that I love about Atraxi Peptide is that it also has some blurring ingredients in it. So it really helps to blur the texture of the skin. Like I was saying, we get this funky texture going on as we age on our neck. So not only are we doing things with the Atraxi Peptides that are going to help increase the density, but you've also got these wonderful blurring and moisturizing agents that just keep that skin looking really moist, soft, and beautiful. I really love that. Have some fun, you guys. Remember, midway through the day, whatever you're doing, take time to stop and release tension. Notice your posture. Do some stretches for yourself. Get moving. Reduce that stagnation, so blood and lymph and fascia and everything's all working together to give you that vitality and that energy that makes your skin glow, makes your mind work better, and helps you feel better in every way. Okay, you guys, take care, and we'll see you all again next week. All right, bye-bye.